how do you make a living from this? You said you were doing this for free, month to month.
Yeah,
like
great question.
Where's the money for yourself? How are you eating?
It took a while for me to like start making money. I moved home immediately, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. All my friends got in, like, I'm not talented enough, I'm not smart enough. Like, I had like so many doubts about myself. I was able to get to a point where I could quit my full-time and then just go full-time into freelance. Had been dreaming about doing that gig since I was like 17.
Wow. How did you even come up with that? Like, what made you think that idea? How do you not get burnt out?
Like those, but
for free, for $300.
Yeah, for McDouble.
That sounds crazy. Well, Max, thanks for coming, and I would love for you to introduce yourself to the audience. And what's your title?
Yeah, for sure. So my name's Max. I would say I'm a director and editor, and I primarily work in music videos and fashion films now. So fashion is something I'm developing into and towards. Funny enough now, I think people know me as like the director, editor, and also the running guy, because I just post about running a lot.
Yeah,
and recently I started shooting more running as well.
Yeah.
So that's a new thing for me. I still think music video is like the main thing people know me for. Yeah.
And is running your outlet or like?
For sure.
Okay.
It's a way that I've learned to just decompress, and also it's something that I used to be really bad at. So I think over time, the more I did it, the more I was like, I can think about so much and nothing at the same time. And I think it also really helps influence my lifestyle when I am editing, when you're locked in a room for hours at a time, you don't see the sun. I should go outside and move my body. Right.
Nice.
So
Max, I want to dive into your content first and see like, let's start off with maybe your proudest work right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's two. I'll show you one of the more recent ones. This is a music video that I directed for my friend Sumit. We did this back in December. So it was a fun one.
Wow. Oh. Wait, how'd you do that with the green screen? Like.
So basically, do we want to watch it first? Or
let's watch it first. Sorry,
yeah. You're good. That's pretty much the whole video. It's a short song, so
wow,
it's a fun one.
And like, who did you do this with?
Yeah, first it was part of a program called Month to Month that I pitched to Atlas Lenscope, where they were the lenses behind a lot of films like Anora, Everything Everywhere All at Once, the new Batman movie, whatever you name it. Dan, their CEO, is gracious enough to he's very supportive of like young filmmakers and just filmmakers as a whole. So he's very like pro, go shoot something, go make art, right?
Nice.
So I pitched this concept to him called Month to Month, where every month I'd make 2 videos, 1 fashion film, 1 music video, completely for free. For the client, for the artist, and for Atlas, right?
Yeah.
The trade-off was that I would work completely for free.
Yeah.
We would take submissions from artists and brands from wherever in the world. Atlas would just have to supply all the camera gear. So that's like camera, especially their lenses, particularly the Mercury series that came out, and lighting equipment, whatever they had. So I did it from December until March. And this is our January shoot. Sumit is one of my good friends, and both of us were looking for a challenge where we had done a lot of video work before, and his music videos are great.
Yeah.
And something that he pitched to me was like, let's do a music video together, and let's just choose like 3 or 4 different concepts that we really want to nail down and just do those very well. Wow. So we're not trying to do too much in terms of telling a story from point A to point B and doing all these things in between, right? We literally focus on like 3 effects we wanted to try and just try to execute those at the highest level that we can. So we just wanted to see 1 location, nothing else in frame, a strobe, obviously, like strobe lights, and then I think the other one, I just really wanted to do this effect, which was
how did you
really
do that?
fun. It was, so the plate is just Sumit singing the song, right? And because we shot anamorphic, we have so much space on the edges where I could just kind of keyframe in on the left side of the white frame. And I panned over to him in the actual take, and then I just zoomed out, or I scaled out in post to make it look like it was like a long rotating shot. But the shot of him like nodding, or like the mouth on top of his, that's actually Elise, we got a close up of her, just like completely still, and she just like lip syncs that part. And luckily, like the word is just okay. You know? And I just 3D tracked his face, and then I pasted that on.
How long did this take from planning to edit?
Planning was probably the longest part, I think, because we were just trying to nail down all the ideas that we wanted to do, because there's infinite options, right? Especially for music videos. It took like the course of like a week and a half, maybe. The production was a single-day shoot.
Wow.
It was a really small crew. It was myself, Sumit, my friend Joel. I've known Joel since I was like 10 years old, and like we've worked together on so much. And that's Maddie. So she was our first AD. Another great director, first AD as well. Same with Joel. Joel does a lot of writing.
Yeah.
And he also produces now, but also he mainly directs.
Okay.
They're all awesome people. It was us. And then if we just go down, Rumsha is the other girl in the video. Okay. She's also our stylist, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Emilio was our TPA, and he helped like gaff a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Joel also gaffed, which was really interesting. He's like hella talented. And then Brian, our other friend, he wasn't on set with us, but he did all the typography and the graphic design. So any text that you see on there is all designed by Brian.
Okay.
And then Sid is our BTS guy. He's one of our Atlas Connects as well. So he was there to shoot like the BTS video.
Dang.
So really small crew.
Like 10 people or less.
And I had food poisoning the day that we did this. So I was like,
wow. Maybe that's the key.
I just have to be sick every time I direct. Yeah. Maybe I'll do better. Like the more sick I am, I have to show up on a hospital bed.
Just like going up to people, so you got COVID? Just
give me some of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's awesome, man. And it shows like how much creativity you can do in one space, in one day. So black and white film essentially, right? And on top of it, you have all these like lights set up. Did you plan this ahead of time where he's dancing separate to his shadow? Yeah,
so good question. Because a lot of my work is very like cutty, I always bounce back between shots and it's very fast. I think this was a good challenge for me and Sumit to be like, let's do one effect where it doesn't look like it because it's all like one similar frame. But for that specific section, we had like a lyric sheet of every single word that he says in the song. And we went line by line and I was like, during that back and forth part of the song, I was like, we're gonna do 2 takes of this. The first one being, you're gonna sing every odd number of the lines, for example, right? And then, but don't sing for the second ones, right? So he'll sing for one, and then I'm like, okay, pause, now sing, now pause, and then we did the flip side.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then we would cut the shadow to his actual like foreground one, where if he's, I think, like here.
He's not moving.
He's not moving. And that's like
and then the shadows pauses and then he's moving.
Exactly. So I just had him stand still and then just trade off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now that you see it, it's like, I know how you did it. But it's like, how did you even come up with that? Like what made you think that idea?
It was actually an idea I wanted to do for a while. I just didn't know how. Joel and I actually thought about doing this idea where we would do it outdoors in the sunlight. But the sunlight makes it a little hard because no matter how you do it, the sun always is moving, right? So it's like, if we do it in a controlled environment, we could just, Joel came up with the idea, he was like, we could just blast it with a spotlight. And that's literally just one light source. And that's all that shot is. There's no other light in that.
Dang. This is so artistic, man.
Thank you.
Like I am nowhere near this like creative.
I think the key is just working with other people, right? Like I don't think I would have come up with this by myself at all. Like Sumit brought so many ideas to the table and he was like, we should figure something out. And the more you kind of like have that back and forth banter, the more you kind of come close to like one answer that you want.
If you guys are coming up with an idea, are you guys just in a room bantering back and forth, or is this like intentional? You come into this like desk setup and you're like, all right, let's think of ideas.
It's so funny. We met maybe like one time in person to talk about it. Maybe not even. It was so much just Instagram DMing like, yo, what if we insert blank, you know? And him and I are at the stage of our like friendship where we can just like be like, no, like, I don't want to do that. You know, or like this is whack. Working with someone like Sumit is super helpful in that regard. Because I always like working with the artist. Because then they're more involved. You know? I think it's fun.
That's sick. You don't have to say it. A lot of people don't like to kind of mention it sometimes, but like, what was the general budget? Like, can you give me a ballpark?
Dude, we did this in like for $300. Like,
that's
we literally spent money on the location. For like 3 hours, maybe 4. Joel clutched up and got us like a nice deal somewhere in Burbank, and then I think Sumit like out of pocket paid like $60 for like, or another $100 for like crafty and like lunch for everyone.
Wow.
And like that, and keep in mind again, like all of these videos from month to month are really low budget because everyone who's gonna come and try to get a free video probably doesn't have $10,000 to spend on something. You know?
Definitely.
So it was like, and we're also all friends. So like we're all working for free. We're doing this as an effort to just push our art forward instead of like try to get a rate out of something. You know?
Definitely.
And I think it was, the payoff was really good because now people reference this video like, oh, how did you do this? And I'm like, we just forced it to make it happen. You know? Like,
dang.
It's fun.
That's amazing. That's when it comes down to like, just your friends are so just down to see this vision together. And you can leverage it for more in the future.
For sure.
All right, so you said there's a second one you were wanting to show.
Yeah, this is an older video. Like, It's funny, a lot of the videos that I've been doing that I'm really proud of are all through Atlas Lens Co. Like, I feel very grateful for them. Like, not even in like a glazing way. Like, I genuinely believe in them just as people and also as a company. Like,
well, they believe in you too, right?
Yeah.
They're literally providing you work to represent them.
Yeah, like I didn't come from like a traditional film background in the sense of like I didn't work on like narrative sets ever really, and so I never got a proper understanding of how to get access to expensive film equipment, professional grade gear, right? Of course, gear is just like a vehicle to get you to tell your story. I think having access to stuff like that is just so helpful, right? And there are certain things that you just can't visually achieve if you don't have the gear to supplement that.
Yeah.
Especially when I first shot on like anamorphic lenses, like I had never touched a piece of equipment that expensive in my life. Like I was like so careful, and like now like that I've gotten more used to it, I'm like, oh, okay, like it's a lens, you know, it's a vehicle to push a story forward. It's here to serve a purpose.
Yeah. Let's go on to the second theme that you wanted to show.
I guess I'll show you this one. It's a little longer piece.
Okay.
But it's also something that I shot on Atlas, and it was on an FX3, which I was like so happy with the way that it turned out.
Yeah.
And it was all shot on one lens, but I'll get to that.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Today is my last day. I've been here too many times thinking of you. I inhale the toxins you breathe out, and I'm left to bear witness to all you leave behind. A part of me wonders, are you still fully there? Do you ever pause to find a moment in between to breathe?
Dang.
That's the film.
So poetic. Wait. So you went from this to this.
To bangers. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What was going on here at that moment?
Yeah. So the film is titled Drift. It was during a time in my life where I was feeling so unfulfilled with the work that I was doing, but simultaneously feeling so burned out with what I was doing for work, right? Like I was grateful that I'm like making a living, I'm like feeding myself, I'm like independent, whatever. But I was just like, I'm not really having like fun doing what I'm doing, you know? Because I think this is also post-grad. I was like trying to figure out how to like make a living off of video, which for most of us start out as like a hobby, right? And then you realize like, oh, I need to make money. And then you start doing work and you're like, this is actually hard. I'm not working on the things that I want to do and getting paid for it. It's like, that's not reality, right? So there were times where I would just realize for a whole day, I never even stopped to just like chill and do nothing. And when I came up with the concept for Drift, I was listening to so much of the artist who's narrating this video, Eloise. She's one of my favorite artists ever. And I was like, I want her to narrate this film. And I wanted to make a piece about how important it is to just like take time for yourself and just chill the fuck out, you know?
Dang, okay. So there's a lot of influences that happen to paint this picture, to make this. And then all the shots, very aesthetic, very, you said FX3, right? Like
FX3 shot on one lens entirely. It was the 135mm Orion. So
on a 135.
Everything you see on here is shot on one lens, one camera. And I was really happy with this because I DP'd this whole thing. And I normally don't do that, except for the shots that I'm in, obviously. Christian Waite actually DP'd those. So
Christian.
Yeah.
He's been mentioned so many times lately.
Christian is the GOAT. He is. I hope he comes on this show.
But okay, and like, how do you make a living from this? You said you were doing this for free, month to month.
Yeah,
like,
great question.
Where's the money for yourself? How are you eating?
It took a while for me to like start making money.
I'm sure.
Straight out of college, I moved home immediately, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, like I graduated and like I didn't have a job. I was applying and like, I was like this angry 21-year-old kid. Where like, and I say that like I'm not that much older, you know, but like mentally, I was in a very different place. I was this angry 21-year-old kid applying to like Nike producing jobs. Being like, they don't want to hire me. Like they don't understand what I'm capable of, and they're like, you need like 10 years of experience, and I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get a job doing video, right? Like. Looking back, I'm like, I absolutely would not have even looked at my application if I was the one hiring, right? So eventually I applied for a job at the LA Galaxy as the in-house videographer and producer.
The soccer? Okay,
And I was like, there's no way they're gonna reply to me. I don't even know how to play soccer. Like, sure enough, 4 months later, I get a call and they're like, hey, like, do you wanna come interview? And I almost didn't go, because I was like, they do not want to hire me, you know?
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, and I go, and I got hired, and I was like, this is crazy. So I started working there. And I'm very grateful to the Galaxy because I love like the family there. Like everyone was so supportive and like they kind of like nurtured me to become like a professional in a way. Because prior to then, I was just like some videographer, didn't know how to do any sort of business, I was like, yeah, I'll like do this for like $50, you know, like that's like a Chipotle bowl with guac now. It's like, it's crazy. So this was like launch pad for a lot of other like professional career
LA Galaxy
avenues. The Galaxy. Because once I started working with the Galaxy, I think people saw me as the Galaxy guy or one of them, because there were 3 of us that were working there. I started getting taken more seriously as a professional. Be like, hey, I have this on my resume. You can trust me, because they trust me. You know, it got to a point where I was getting offered so many freelance jobs outside of the Galaxy in music that I was like, I would rather be doing this. No diss to the Galaxy. I was like, my heart is in music, you know? I love sports, but soccer's also not my favorite sport in the world. It's like, but so I was able to get to a point where I could quit my Galaxy job full time and then just go full time into freelance. And that was July of 2023. And I've been freelancing ever since.
So recent. Still recent. Wow. Like a lot of people just want to do music right away, but it's like you said, it's hard. Like
especially when you're young, coming out of college, it's like there are so many talented people, right? And not everyone's gonna be Michael Jordan in like filmmaking. You know, it's like you need someone to take a chance on.
Dang, that's awesome. And how long have you been doing film now? And like
in total? I started out my sophomore year of high school, so that was 2017, I think. Because that's when I started like my TV program in like high school as like my elective, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And then very quickly, I spent like all my time doing it, and I was like, wait, I really like this.
Nice.
So since 2017, I guess it's been 8 years now.
So what's your plan now? You're running content again. You're still in New York. You're making music videos. What's next?
I think moving to New York has also just been very transformational for me as a person in general. And I think your life experience is very informative of how you direct and your directing style and the things that you want to, or the stories that you want to tell moving forward, right? I moved there at a time where I'm like turning 25 next year, and I'm like, I feel like my frontal lobe is finally developing, and I can kind of feel it, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy, you know? So I think there's so much to do with my personal journey of like figuring out who I am in the process of also making more creative work, right? The beauty of being in New York is I had several friends there already, like before I even moved. I get to see them much more often, and because the city landscape is so tight-knit and you can see people so frequently, I think it fosters an environment where you can be creative so much more frequently. Even if you like make something and you hate it, you're like, that sucked. I'm not gonna do that again, you know? But it's like sometimes your L's are like where you learn the most. Like if you make a great video with no flaws, like what did you learn from that? Like cool, I did a good job. Right? But if you did a horrible job and things went south, or if visually it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, it's like you can take a step back and be like, oh, this is where I went wrong. This is where I can fix it. Sorry, this is a very long-winded way. No. Steps moving forward for me, right? I think one is just working on projects that you really care about. And several of those projects are in the works right now. Like I'm literally doing VFX for a music video that's gonna release on Wednesday for my friend Hyven. He's a music artist, and we've worked together before. He's another artist who has like such a distinct eye for what he wants things to look like. And it's working with your friends, working with artists that like you see so much potential in and you really like their music. He's one of those projects, and another artist named Fig Tape, in full transparency, not paid. I'm doing those because I really care and like I want to do those. But when I say the grind, it's like I'm doing every other gig to pay for my own stuff in the meantime. Whether like running content even, like I got to shoot for Hoka for the first time. Shout out my friend Sam Sue, he got me that job.
Nice. You're gonna leverage it until it becomes like a paid passion.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like for some music videos, I have gotten paid for that. And it's like, I'm very grateful for that. Like 88 Rising, for example, like this after movie that I did, I had been dreaming about doing that gig since I was like 17.
Wow.
When 88 Rising first popped up, I was like, it is my literal dream to shoot the 88 after movie. And now we did it, and they paid me for it. And I'm like, nice. This is like, I had a dream come true, you know? Like I get to edit videos for artists for pay, and I get to like do a bunch of things. And like now I'm reaching a point in my career where like, I'm actually like, I'm flowing, you know, in a way. So
dude, that's like sick. How do you not get burnt out? Like, I feel like you're on this grind where like you're using your time to make money, paid work, and then using that paid work for the work you want to create. I've been there, and
for sure.
I would film weddings so that I could go out and help YouTubers. Right? Like, and then, but YouTube doesn't really pay as much except weddings, right? And so I had this cycle, but I definitely got burnt out at work.
For sure. And in full transparency, I have not figured it out yet. You know, like there will be times where
next question.
Like, and I think it's natural to get burnt out. That's why I made Drift, right? Like I was like, my head's in the gutter, like I'm just like working all the time, running. not even kidding, has been one thing that has just like kept me sane, right?
Yeah, and you're big on that. That's like your bread and butter, it seems like.
So this is my production company, but I have Gum Run Club that I started in New York, and I do this every week. I don't miss Gum Run Club. Like, even though I'm in LA right now, I still organize for everyone in New York to go run.
Yeah. I saw you running one of your recent ones, and you did like, what did you do, like 18 miles?
I did a half marathon. It was like, I just ran like 13 miles.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, I just sat here all day. Like, if anything, I can't watch your content because it's gonna make me feel like a bum.
No, that's okay. Like, there's two ways to look at it. There's one way to be like, oh damn, I feel like I just like lazed out all day. And then there's another where like I feel the same way, right? And then if I'm on Strava and like one of my friends posts like they went for like an 18-mile run, I'm like, I could run 2 miles today. You know? Well, like I can make time. It's a lot of trying to keep yourself sane and like enjoying things. I cook at home and like it's all like very, not even mundane things. It's just like things that I can enjoy on my own time. Like cooking, I get to hang out with my friends, and because I am freelance, you don't work 7 days a week. You know? You can if you want to, but
you work 9 days a week.
It's either 9 days or like 0 days a week, depending on the week, right? So it's like
so true.
I just can't forget to have fun.
Yeah, that's true. And do you edit still, like a lot of it? Oh my god.
Most of my work actually, in full transparency, is editing. Like, I think there's like videography gigs and then editing gigs that are like the most routine and frequent, I think. And best of both worlds when you get to do both. So.
Dude, shout out and bless all the editors, because as an editor, you're just in front of a computer all day. And I'm such an extrovert. Are you an extrovert?
I definitely would say I'm an extrovert.
Okay. So, and like, editing takes away that from me.
It's very isolating, right?
Unless you're like editing with people, even then you can't really talk to people while you're editing. You just have to lock in and get
Actually, I think editing with people is so fun. I love editing with
like, are they working on another project next to you, or like,
or I mean if you're like co-editing something. So like not necessarily like two people have their laptops out working on their own individual things. It's more like I would edit sketches that I made with like one of my really close college friends, and we'd just be in the editing room together, and we'd be like, I think the cut should be here because X, Y, and Z. And you kind of you just problem solve together.
Oh, so you're in the editing room together. I
will rarely ever direct something
and not
actually I have never directed something and passed it off to a different editor.
Really?
I've shot things and given it to editors, but that's very different, right? When you like you cover an event, you cover a concert, and like there's an editor waiting to assemble that footage. Totally different world.
Interesting.
Because I think the investment that you put in when you're directing is like, this is my child. I'm gonna put this together, you know?
That is true.
So
kind of going back to like when you started, like what made you fall in love to start editing, to start making videos?
That's actually a good question. I think the video inspirations came after I started liking it, but before I even got interested in video editing at all, it was like, actually, my dad, funny enough. So my dad, his whole career was in the manufacturing business, specifically for like CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray, like physical, tangible, like media, right? And some of the CDs and DVDs he would burn were like concert tapes. So, for example, it was like Michael Jackson tapes or Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears. I'm like, remember like when cars had like a little flip down TV in the back? Like in an old Honda Pilot or something?
On the roof.
During whatever road trips, like me and my brother would just like put in our DVDs because my dad had thousands of extras, right? And we just put one in and we just farmed watching Michael Jackson or whatever the case may be like all the time. There was something about it that when I was like 12, I couldn't articulate, but I was like, I'm enjoying this. You know? So I always like loved watching music videos. And once I started editing, I was like, I love music and I love editing, and I'm like, I can start piecing this together, which is why like NBA edits make sense, right? It's like you choose a song that you want to edit to, and you just put something to it. And that's still a lot of my work today.
Are you trying to go into Hollywood? Are you trying to go into like, you know, the big labels, or do you want to direct indie stuff?
I think I would love to eventually direct one feature film. Like I think that would be like my lifelong goal of telling the story of like my parents immigrating to the US and how they met. And it's just like, for them, they had like the picture perfect American dream story. And I'm like, I want to be able to tell that in my own way. And I think that would be my ultimate goal as a director. But I think for a while, I want to get to a point where I can say I've worked with almost every artist that I've ever wanted to work with on a music video scale. And
who's one right now you would want to work with?
There's so many. I think Don Toliver is one artist, Lil Tecca, Amine, another artist. I've been on like a really big rap wave recently. It comes and goes, but I think like Bruno Mars would be like a dream to work with because he's like my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
So.
Dang. Okay. So music videos is your thing, and I feel like you just want to hit this like bucket list of all these amazing talents that maybe are gonna come like say 10 years from now, and you're gonna work with them, give them this opportunity to make a dope MV for free for $300.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a Bruno Mars video for free for $2 for McDouble.
That sounds crazy. Okay.
But for music videos especially, I think like what's cool is while I'm doing all these videos like for my friends on a low budget, whatever the case may be, it's really interesting to think like once the next generation of artists is like phasing out and getting older and retiring even, like it's just the people that we're working with now that are next up, right? It's only a matter of time where like people think a lot of these artists are overnight successes. It's like they've been working on music for 7-8 years before they even got a big break. And it's like now a lot of our friends even have been working for 4 to 5 years, and they're finally, you see their numbers go up and you see their popularity increase, and it's like that's so cool to like support your friends and say that you were there from the start and you just keep working with them. So everyone kind of goes up at the same time.
It's crazy. There's so many people that you can see now growing like with you in some sense, like because social media, right? Like it's more accessible and there's a lot of competition, friendly competition, and that's dope. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Emerson College in Boston.
So completely different than USC and what they do. But
it's funny you mentioned that about USC because I was exactly the same way. I was like, I want to go to USC. Did not have the grades for it, and all of my friends got in. And I was the only person who didn't get in, and I was like,
for film?
Well, they went for this program called Ivy and Young, and that was the program that I also applied to. But like, they accept like 25 kids a year, and like 3 of them got in.
You were
26.
My
close friends.
You were 26, so you almost.
I like to think that way, right? But I remember like I had so much rage in me for like a good year and a half.
Dang.
Like going to Emerson because I was like, all my friends got in. Like, I'm not talented enough. I'm not smart enough. Like, I had like so many doubts about myself, just off of like a college rejection, which like in the grand scheme of your life is no one fucking cares. You know, like it's like it was like very impactful. But then I think it also informed the way that I navigated my career, right? Because I think like had I gone to USC, I'd be working with like my friends a lot closer, and like I just love being able to see them do their own thing. And going to Emerson, like we didn't have the resources that USC had, obviously. So it's like, how can I leverage what I can do, what's in my control, to force my way into making quality content or quality work that I'm proud of.
Dang, dude, you shared so much, honestly, and this is great because I'm older than you, and I feel like I'm learning as I'm talking to you, and this is amazing. The fact that you're able to do this with like zero budget, essentially, right? Like obviously, sure, there's a few hundred, and maybe you owe people a few favors at this point. But
I owe a lot of favors, definitely.
But it's just like it comes down to community and your friends that are willing to believe in you, and you believe in them, and it just trades like that, right? Yeah, I mean, dude, thanks for sharing all this and going down and seeing your work. I hope people were able to like consume and you really hear like your perspective and your story. And I always like to ask at the end, like, if people wanted to do what you are doing, where's the best place to start?
Great question. What I would do is I would just start watching things and just consuming what I really naturally gravitate towards. Like, if you don't like watching full-length feature films and being told like, oh, I don't know, Pulp Fiction is the greatest movie of all time because of X, Y, and Z. And if you don't like that movie, you don't have to like it. It's fine. You should watch what you like and start to really inform, like, is this what I want to make? You know, like what is resonating with you and why? I think the why is really important. And you might not have an answer for a while, but that's okay. Like, just having a start and knowing which direction you want to go in is really important. So, and also have fun doing what you're doing. If you go in immediately thinking like, I want to do film because I want to be a millionaire, you're in the wrong place. Like, if you're in it for the money, I think you're in it for the wrong reason, right? Like you should be into filmmaking because you really want to make films and like you want to make videos or make fun things for other people to enjoy and for yourself to enjoy. So I think having that passion is just the most important thing.
Consume.
Consume and just watch and make stuff, of course. Like consume and make stuff. So that is
true. Not like I would say like even chefs, right? Like they don't just pick up a knife and start cooking. They see the taste of food and they're like, I want to make that, or I want to do something like that, right?
Or I really enjoyed that. Like, how do I make it? Right?
And some people might not like cooking, but they might like baking or like pastries. Who knows? Like, right? That's a good one. I feel like people forget that, you know, you just got to watch stuff and soak it in.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for sharing all this.
Of course.
I hope you enjoyed this.
Yes, this has been fun.
It's great to getting to know you, like finally meeting you after many people mentioning your name, literally back to back.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in New York, and maybe one day I can watch you do your magic.
Yeah, we'll switch roles. I'll produce something and then you edit. And that'll be our magnum opus of like the greatest thing we've ever made.
Yeah, if you want to lose followers, by all means, like I'm totally down to direct.
Yeah, we can usually lose together. Yeah.
Dude, okay, thanks so much.
Dude,
again,
thank
Max.
you. I appreciate you.
Max doesn't just make videos. He's built a life around staying creative without burning out, which is really difficult for most creatives. If you're in New York and you like to run, you should definitely check out his run club. If this episode helped, please give it a like. It really helps us out. And let us know what other questions you have for other creatives to answer. Make sure to check the description down below for Max's work, and I'll see you guys on the next edit.